I'm kind of taking the same approach as I do with all my fights. I'm training my same schedule. I'm just listening to my coach for Oz. I'm in the gym every day like any other fight. I don't really make too many game plans like other fighters. I don't really study footage. I kind of leave that up to my trainers, and I feel like when they study footage, they can kind of put together a game plan for me, and they can just train me how they see fit. And when it comes time to me fighting him, I'm just going to react the way he trained me. So, you know what I mean? I try not to overthink and look at his strengths, you know what I mean? So I'm just going to fight my fight.
Are you going to try and hold him down just like St-Pierre did?
I don't know. Have you ever seen me hold someone down?
Good answer, Rory. Good answer, Rory.
Are you nervous at all, Rory, with the scar tissue, seeing how Penn has cut guys like Diego Sanchez, Joe Stevenson?
Well, I mean, I'm feeling pretty confident with my cut right now. I mean, I've been sparring for I don't know when I started, but you know, I've been sparring regularly, and it hasn't been a problem, man. I took care of it really well. I seen like the best doctor in Montreal for my eye, and he took great care of me. So I really don't see it being a huge problem. I think I gave it the proper amount of time it needed to heal properly, so it wouldn't have been an issue in the fight. And I'm pretty confident it's not going to be an issue. And down the road, I think me waiting like another 2 months for it to heal properly is a smarter decision for down the road, like years later. Because if this cut reopened, if I fought him in September, I could have been risking a problem in every other fight down the road, because it was so deep. It was down to the bone. It was 38 stitches. It would have been a big problem for me later on. So if I took the time right away to heal it properly, it possibly wouldn't be an issue for my further down the road. I'm not a big strip joint fan, to tell you the truth. I like going to regular clubs, meet regular girls. You know, it's a question I hear a lot. Me and George are not going to fight. It's it's me and him are friends, and we're very close training partners. And it's just not going to happen. I do feel, yeah. I'm not in it for the money, to answer that question. So, you know, I really don't. I don't want to sacrifice a friendship and in my spot training at TriStar. I really feel like being there has made me develop leaps and bounds as a fighter. So I wouldn't disrespect George or the gym in that way. I know he has seniority as the title holder, so I really feel like I'm just gonna see what happens. I'm taking one step at a time. I'm fighting BJ. I plan on beating him, and we'll see how the fight with George and Carlos goes. Either way, I plan on hopefully getting my rematch against Carlos in 2013, win or lose, tomorrow night.
So Carlos is your next guy you like to be after Penn?
Yeah. I heard Dana tell me that BJ was interested initially, but I had no idea he was even fighting still, because the last I'd heard, he was in retirement. But apparently he was looking for fights. People were telling me after, like people were talking about it on Twitter, but I'm really out of the loop when it comes to that kind of stuff with staying up to date. So I was like kind of taken back that he wanted to fight me. I was like, well, that's random. But the more I thought about it, I was like, that would be a great opportunity, and I would be honored to fight a guy like that. So I figured the best way going about it was making my interest public. So I went on Ariel Helwani's show, and I just voiced my opinion on it, and we put it together.
All right, cool.
The cut was sparring just a regular Saturday for the fight, and I was my last round. I was having an awesome day of sparring. I felt great, and it was in like the 5th or 6th round. I was just doing the same thing, and then the guy kicked, and I blocked it. And then hesitated on countering because he had the back of his head showing. So I didn't want to punch him in the back of the head, but I kind of should have because I paused and he threw a spinning elbow and hit me across the eye. And yeah.
They do spinning elbows in sparring?
No.
Yeah, and like I said, you know, BJ really wasn't retired. He just hadn't fought and was kind of looking for fights. He's been in a 4-month training camp for you. So, I mean, I saw him a month ago. When you see BJ Penn and he's ripped down here, he's got a six-pack, that means he's training his ass off. And he knows, he told me he knows he's got a tough fight in front of him, but he's fighting to win, just like you are. And that's what you want.
Well, I don't really care. I mean, I just need a body in front of me, to tell you the truth. It doesn't matter if he's in shape or not. But, you know, it's gonna be best for you guys if he's in shape, right? Because it'll probably be a better fight.
If you have aspirations to move up to middleweight and possibly fight for the belt there.
Maybe. We'll see how it goes. I no doubt will fight at middleweight at some point in my career. Not because I'm too big for 170, because it's pretty easy for me to make 170. I wanna fight middleweight as well. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes and how fast that I move up.
Who do you think to this day, right now, is the overall best fighter in the UFC?
I would have to say Anderson Silva, just because no one's beat him. I mean, the guy just keeps winning, so.
It's a very interesting answer.
Yeah, no one's ever done that, went undefeated in the UFC. But, you know, everybody can lose, man. Everybody. So we'll see.
What do you think of Nick Diaz as a fighter? Would you ever fight him? And is he a target for all the TriStar members, considering the stuff he said about George?
No, I don't think he's a target. I mean, people talk. That's the fight game, man. You got to pump up the fights. But yes, I would fight him. I don't know. Is he coming back in February? Yeah, February. And I might be ready to fight in like March or something like that. So he might be my next fight after BJ. Well, you never know how it works.
March 23rd, Montreal.
Oh yeah.
I'd love to see that. Thanks.
So yeah, we'll see, man. I'd love to fight Nick. Well, my first fight was definitely the biggest hurdle to overcome. I was very nervous, and that was in Prince George too. I think I fought like 3 or 4 times there. They were the only one to let a 16-year-old fight pro, so that was my home base. But it was hard, man. I didn't know what to expect my first fight. I was like, I was good in the gym. You know, I train hard in the gym, but fighting is completely different. You know, having the pressure of people watching you and the lights and stuff, it was different. But, you know, I feel pretty confident now where I am. I enjoy the nerves that I get. I enjoy the excitement that when I'm in the ring.
Which one out of all your MMA fights was the hardest one?
The hardest one was definitely against Carlos.
Yeah.
He beat the shit out of me. So that was hard.
So revenge is going to be pretty good, actually.
That's right. Yeah, I'm waiting for that.
Great. Thanks, Rory.
So what'd you learn from the Carlos Condit fight?
To carry no emotion into fights. You know, before that, I was pretty good at like keeping a level head and not getting excited, not carrying emotion or hate into to a fight. But that night, for some reason, it was just like that was one of the nights where it was like it was shocked. You know, I had one fight in UFC before that, and it was an undercard where there wasn't much attention to it. There wasn't many people in the audience. And then my second fight was against Carlos Condit, the ex-WEC champ, in my semi-hometown of Vancouver, and a sold-out crowd, and people were going insane. I'd never heard that level of noise in a building, for me especially. So I was super shocked, and it just got me fired up to a point where it was like bad. You know, if you watch that fight, you could see the intensity that I was bringing, and I don't think that was my style, and I paid for it. And I think that was the biggest thing, is just how to set my mindset properly going into a fight.
was just wondering how it makes you feel, hearing BJ Penn accusing your gym of, steroids and performance-enhancing drugs, and how he wants you to take drug tests and everything before your fight.
Yeah, it's kind of a lot of he's got a lot of excuses. That guy, like he likes to start shit. He likes to get people excited. I don't really think about it too much, to tell you the truth. I mean, he asked me to do the VADA random testing for, the blood tests and all that stuff, and I accepted, and we've been doing that. I think I've done it twice now, and I think my first results came in, and I obviously was negative, but, whatever. I mean, I'll prove it to him that I'm a clean fighter, and whatever. He, at the end of the day, he could say whatever he wants to say, get people excited, but I'm still going to beat his ass.
I mean, I knew you were in camp. How much time did you have to take off with the cut? A couple months, right?
Pardon?
For the cut? How long did you have to take off?
I had to take off sparring, off physical, contact. I had to take about 2 months off, but I was still training. I was doing conditioning. I was doing a lot of athletics, technique when I was able to. Yeah, I was training with my coach John Chamberg a lot, doing a lot of sprinting and athletics in the park and stuff like that. So I was still in great shape when I came back to physical contact training. But I'm lucky. I love my job, But, everyone has those days, you're right, of I'm tired, I want to sleep in, I just don't want to be there. But, I mean, I'm lucky enough to make that choice for myself because I'm my own boss. But I think you really need to just be truthful with yourself if you need the day off or you want the day off. You know what I mean? So it's really being able to decipher the two.